Are you ready for a healthier lifestyle? We have great news. The Kingdom Prescription is here for you. Reverend Dr. Ruby McMillian Wade has dedicated her life to developing God's biblical health plan for humanity. And now you can join this health and wealth movement. Whether you're seeking help with gut and skin health, diabetes, weight loss solutions, detoxification, increased energy, fat burners, or immune system boosters, Dr. Wade, Love Biome, and the Kingdom Prescription have the tools you need. With her workbooks, DVDs, and guides, you can embark on a journey to better health. For more information, visit our website or give us a call.
Good morning, Facebook family. Good morning, Body of Christ. I'm so glad to be here. I have been watching several of our doctors from various states and looking at how God is moving through them. And every time I locate one, they're talking about one aspect of what the Kingdom Prescription is. And they have learned now that the medicine field and big pharma is all about money. And I can just say it loud, do a research for yourself on all licensed physicians. Listen to what they're saying. And I thought about this as I was telling Bishop Johnson that almost 17 years now that the Kingdom Prescription has been out. The Diabetes Will Stop With Me. That was the first book that was done in 2013. It was set out in 2013. Excuse me. I forgot to turn down my phone and it's trying to go off. All right, today, I want to keep this right in alignment. We're going to talk about the benefits of herbs to use as medicine. Because when we use what's God intended initially in the garden, you're not going to go wrong. You are going to stay healthier than you ever imagined to your 50s, 60s, and 70s. And some of us are just superseding us. Some of our family members are superseding us and they are in their late 80s and 90s. So I'm next. So today we're going to be talking, I'm going to be reading some out of the Kingdom Prescription using God's biblical health plan for man. All right, I'm going to be on page 124, 125, 125, 26, and 27. I hope I can get through all of it. And I have a couple of others because I had some requests for a couple of herbs because people are having hot flashes. They are having night sweats. They're not being able to sleep. There's a lot of things. So I want to address some of that today. All right. So now on page 125, I'm going to read from my book. The benefits of herbal medicine. Okay. Herbal medicine can be very useful for treating many different illnesses, from minor scrapes and burns to serious diseases. I know that's true because I've done it myself. Herbal medicines are mostly used for persistent illnesses such as migraines, arthritis, depression, premenstrual syndromes, all of that. Herbal medicines are easy to take as well. And many herbs can be grown at home. So they are often more convenient for minor conditions. It is important to note that herbal remedies cannot replace conventional treatments in many cases, and that not all herbs are safe for human ingestions. This is real important that you talk with the herbalist in the health food store that you are communicating with. And that's why I don't like to buy stuff offline initially. If you have been on regular statin medications, you should also coordinate with your medical physician as well. Because let me put this disclaimer here, because what I'm talking to you about today cannot replace, at this time, cannot replace what you're taking. Because as an herbalist myself, a doctor of herbs, a teacher of herbal medicines, leaves, and teas, I want you to make sure that you communicate with your physician, because some medicines that you're on, you can't just come off of them and jump into something else, and you don't know how to titrate from that medication. All right, that's real important. So stay with me here and make sure that you are communicating with your primary physician or any specialist that you're seeing at the moment. Okay, because you know my primary concern, and I want to make sure that I say it here, my primary concern and focus on my doctorate was reversing diseases in your body. And I call it dis-ease, reversing diseases in your body that pertain to type 2 diabetes, because type 2 diabetes has a myriad of cousins. And what I mean by that is you have high blood pressure. Sometimes you have low blood pressure. You have hypoglycemia. It can just drop you to the floor. And you have hyperglycemia, which can take your blood sugar and stuff up through the roof. It can also pull your blood pressure up through the roof. It can also affect your kidneys, when you can have effects in stages of 1, 2, 3. And we want to hope that you're already talking to your physician before you get to a 3 or 4, because at that point you're critical. Okay. All right. I want to talk to you about some commonly used herbs. I'm on page 126 now in the Kingdom Prescription. Echinacea, this is a good one for me. Often used in tinctures or powders to reduce symptoms of the common cold and flu. It is also used for infections, particularly those of the kidneys. Listen, you really need to research echinacea and talk to your physician about it. I have used it for at least 25 years. That is the reason why I don't have serious colds and things. I start taking echinacea myself right around October. I take it October, November, December, and January. Okay. And I titrate myself off of it in January, because in February I'm pretty finished, because the weather is no longer, flu weather or pneumonia weather in some places. Okay. All right. Garlic. Garlic can reduce cholesterol levels and blood pressures, as well as for treating infections. It can be taken fresh or a powder, as an oil or as a juice. Now, everyone talks about garlic because it has that lingering thing that is so awful that when you blow in people's face, you can singe their eyelashes. Okay. But the benefits of it, and I'm going to tell you my trick. When I take garlic and I'm taking it for my blood pressure, or I'm taking it for anxiety, that when I take garlic, I take the garlic in, I will put just probably 1/4 of a teaspoon of real raw honey, because raw honey will not spike your blood pressure. So when I do that, and then I have a nice soft lemon, and I cut that lemon in half. And then when I'm finished taking that, then I suck on that lemon, and it just totally eliminates that garlic. Okay. So that way you can be around other people and you don't have to be offensive. And also you're helping yourself and you're lowering your blood pressure. Okay. and calming yourself down. Ginger, commonly used to reduce nausea, for symptoms for colds and chills, through sweating, and to boost circulation. It can be taken fresh, dried, or as an oil, ginger oil. We all know that ginger tea. I'm going to come with the other one because the chamomile tea. I'm going to jump over to 127. The chamomile tea, the popular herbs used for indigestion, stress relief, anxiety, and the one that most of us are familiar with is insomnia. When you can't sleep, I had such a good sleep last night. For a couple of nights, there were some things going on. And I just couldn't seem to get there because of things were going on. And I want to stop right here, right in this instance, and thank every person on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, churches around, local churches. Thank you so much for your prayers. Thank you for the cards, the monetary gifts that you sent. Some of you don't know that I don't have a P.O. box anymore, not at this time, because we're making some changes. And if any of you have had a P.O. box lately, you know exactly why I don't have one right now, because they're super expensive. But I want to thank you for your condolences and your prayers to the loss of my husband recently in January. So I am pushing forward. Thank you. And because I know who he is, I live. And when those who surround me hold my arms up, it helps me tremendously. Thank you again. Thank you. All right. We're talking about chamomile that can help you with insomnia. You can take chamomile tea, and let's say if you're going to bed at 10 at night or 10:30, you want to make sure that you have your chamomile tea or your ginger tea. You can mix it if you like, or just have the chamomile, and have it at about 9 at night. Okay, to give a chance to work through your body. It's wonderful. Ooh, just has you to kind of go off. It's nice and warm. So that's what happens in order for you to get a good night's sleep. And let me give you this information. Your body only heals, your organs only rest when you are what? Asleep. So you need to make sure that you're getting a minimum of 7 hours. 6, we can sometimes do it. And I know I used to do that when I was nursing, and I was working those doubles sometimes, of just, working 3 and 4 times a week when I had, and also I had my state license facility for DD adults and children. So I was between both, and thank God that he took me through that in order for me to provide for my family. But I'm grateful for that time, but I'm also grateful that I'm no longer doing it. So I pray for all the nurses who's walking those halls and have varicose veins and their feet hurt and just, back hurt. And your worst day when you go in, that's the day that the patients have no understanding. So I do know about that. Okay. Excuse me. I want to talk about ginkgo. Ginkgo, we know, it improves circulations. Ginkgo, Gingko. Okay. This herb mostly also improves your memory. Ginkgo biloba improves circulations, memory, particularly in the brain. So you can have this one, but I want to tell you that you do not want to have ginkgo at night before you go to bed, like you would do chamomile. Don't do that. This is not a nighttime tea that way. You can have ginkgo biloba in the mornings. It's wonderful. It helps you. Okay. Um, Particularly to the brain. Let me give you some other input. I learned from a medical doctor, and he is getting his, I don't know if it's certification in holistic medicine. And he's learned about natural things as well that will help you. And the one that I want to talk about the brain is at night when you get ready to go to bed is when you have the chamomile tea, at the same time, take walnuts. I did it last night. Take 6 whole walnuts if you have it, and then you can crack it and you'll have the 12 halves that he talks about. And you can, or just buy them in the bag, as long as they're not roasted up and they're not full of salt. You don't want that. You want the walnuts, and you want to eat them at night, about an hour or so, just like your tea, before bed. Because what it's going to do is give you that fat that your brain needs while you're sleeping. We don't want to have ice cream. We don't want to have just popcorn. We don't want to have Snicker bars. We just don't want to have all of that before we go to bed. So we need to put that somewhere else, because I've talked about that enough. You either have to step in here and have your mind set that I want to be healthy. And we know that the only way that we're going to be healthy is what we put in our mouths. What we put in our mouths. Okay. The 5 superfoods that lower blood pressure and have a good night's sleep. That's what we're talking about too. Yes. The benefits of herbs is used as medicine because it helps. You don't have to take melatonin. You don't have to take any of that. Let me tell you, try it. Have 2 nights. Give yourself this. 2 nights in a row. Try the chamomile and try the walnuts about an hour or so before you go to bed. Leave out all the sugar, because if you have sugar, then you're going to kill the effects, because that's what sugar does. And that's why we have so many problems with our memory. We have so many problems with how we breathe. It's in there. And just so many things that sugar cancels. This takes us back to Genesis. There he goes. He's right on time. That God declares that he has given humans every seed-bearing plant and every tree on the face of the earth. And I did a research on that. Do you know there's approximately, they put it in this range because, yeah, that's right. Fruit as food, establishing a vegetarian lifestyle for humankind initially. I don't call it a diet. None of us want to live on a diet. Please don't, because the prefix for diet is die, and we don't want to do that. We will be dying to the old way, but also it takes time for us to come through that. Okay. So try 12 walnuts and a good cup of chamomile tea. Now, I can tell you that if you don't like the taste of the chamomile or the ginger tea just by itself, make sure you have raw honey. This is another key. Raw honey is not going to spike your glucose. It's not going to spike it, so you have those immediate up and downs. And you can put like 1/4 of a teaspoon in a good mug of the tea and stir it, and you can have that, because that's okay. Just as long as you're not going to have sugar, have artificial flavoring. And also, you can have monk fruit, MONK fruit. You can get it at the health food store. You can even get it at our famous place that we shop, Wally, all the time. Okay. All right. Now, let's look at a couple more. Let's look at ginger, a ginseng. Ginseng, page 126. Ginseng is used to boost the immune system and decrease fatigue. I love it. I take it too. It is also used for lungs conditions such as coughs and reduce blood pressure. Ginseng, the root is taken as a powder, tincture, or decoction. And what's a decoction? You know, when you add different things and kind of fix it up. If any of you know anything about your estrogen levels, if you've ever been to a specialist, there's things that they make up a concoction and put it in a 5 or 10 cc syringe and pull it and give you a shot. Because that once they do your blood work, they can see what's missing and they can make up your concoction according to what your blood work is telling them you need. I think it's marvelous. I've had it. Okay, now let's look at the last one on 126 is called St. John's wort. This is so marvelous. It's an antidepressant. And if you're going through different things yourself, everyone's going through something. But if you're going through things and you just need to have your spirit lifted, you need to get some St. John's wort. Again, please talk to your medical doctor, because some of these things, if you mix them with statin drugs and different things, you will have a reaction. You have contraindication. You can have palpitations. You need to make sure that you're good and you all are working together. And the reason why you want to talk to your medical doctor about it is to let him know that I no longer desire to take all of these painkillers, because the medication that I'm on now is never going to heal me. It's going to always cause me to come back spending money and coming to see you. And I understand that. So I want to talk to you about the things that I've decided to use that are holistic. Address it that way and honor their schooling and their degrees. I do, but I just want to let them know that there is another way. God already made the way. Okay. Now, St. John wort is used as an antidepressant for anxieties, irritability, and exhaustion. It can also be used topically for burns and inflammation. St. John's wort is usually taken as an infusion, tincture, or cream. Okay. I take St. John's wort in a capsule form. I can't get it in a powder form. And I did it only one time. It's just too much work for all that. I bought the clear capsules and I had the powder. I just get the capsules so you don't have to do all that. Okay, because St. wort is usually the one thing that if you are depressed, you can get some of that. Ooh, it just gives you a clear mind, thinking. Ooh, it just feels so good in your body. Did you hear me? I said it just feels good in your body, and it gives you times that you just have peace, that you could just be still. Okay. And especially when you're taking it in combination. If I negated to mention this, let me zoom all the way back to the front. Make sure you have prayer, that you are praying and that you're thanking God. Okay. Dear friends, I pray that you may enjoy good health. That's right, 3 John 2. And that all may go well with you, even as your soul is prospering. Your soul is prospering, which is where your feelings and your appetite, all that stuff is. So now you're getting something that, especially the St. John's wort, you can have it and have a combination of spirit and flesh. Okay. You can stop being so mean sometimes. Okay, I'm going to move on. Now, lavender is popular as aromatic oils and can be used to treat a wide variety of ailments, from exhaustion to headaches and indigestion to depression. It is commonly taken as an infusion, tincture, mouthwash, mouthwash, creams, lotions, massage oils, chest rubs, hair rinse, or oils. St. John's wort is just so powerful. Is it not? Is it not? Is it not? Is it not? Okay. And then we have the lavender, which I was just talking. I like the lavender and the St. John's wort together. You'll find out that when you go to kingdomprescription.com, I need you to do this. So if you are watching the videos and you're staying with me weekly, please subscribe, like, and share. All right. And when you go to our website is kingdomprescription.com, you will go to the place where you can shop and you will be able to find our books. Okay. And when you do that and put it in there, what I'm going to do because Mother's Day is coming up. Now, if you have people in your family that really need what God has said about us and what we need to get. Oh, where is that? Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. Go to the website, kingdomprescription.com. Set up an appointment. And what we'll do for this special treat for Mother's Day is send you the 2 books, the Kingdom Prescription and Diabetes Will Stop With Me, using the Kingdom Prescription for $30 on this special. And I'm going to take care of the shipping and handling. Do you hear me? Okay. So go there. And also your book will be autographed by yours truly. This will be a blessing to your family and a blessing to our ministry. kingdomprescription.com. Okay. And when you do that, what I'm going to do is to make sure that you're able to send it Cash App. Okay. Or you could do it by credit card. And you see the QR code that's at top to my left. Tap on the QR code and do something special for yourself and for your mom at this special reduced price, because the $30, if you go to Amazon, doesn't even cover this book. So do that special for yourself and for your mom, for your aunt. Oh, and then on next week, we're going to specifically talk about different exercises that we're able to use to help us relieve the belly fat and for us to learn how to deep breathe so we can have a better airflow. Also helps us to pink up, helps us to be healthier. We're going to talk about a little bit next week too about the water and how to infuse it. Because if you like me, I don't really like water. But if you know how to infuse it to make it taste better, oh, that's it right there. Okay. I have loved being here. I want to give you one more thing before we leave. And you know, that's always a preacher. Just one more thing. People ask me about good night's sleep and the night sweats. For those who are going through menopause, you can get phytoestrogen. I can't do it all right here. I just realized it. I'm not going to do it. But I want you can do this until next week. You can look up PHYTO, phyto, which is herbs, estrogen. Because if you're going through night sweats and all of that, you need help. Okay. And you can get some flaxseed oil, because that's one of them. That's one of the primary ones. Okay. So if you have enjoyed this, if there's anything that's been said that has helped you, I ask you earnestly to go in and please subscribe to this channel, the YouTube channel, and give us a thumbs up and share it. And I declare that in obedience, that God is going to do something wonderful in your life. Not that you're buying it because you're not buying the blessing, but it's because he's given me the power to speak things that are not as though they were. So I thank you for being a part today. Have a great week, the rest of this week, and I will see you at this same time, same place on next week. God bless you real good. So now to the King eternal, immortal, invisible. My God, yes. Invincible, to God, who alone is wise, be honor and glory forever and ever. Amen.
Are you ready for a healthier lifestyle? We have great news. The Kingdom Prescription is here for you. Reverend Dr. Ruby McMillian Wade has dedicated her life to developing God's biblical health plan for humanity. And now you can join this health and wealth movement. Whether you're seeking help with gut and skin health, diabetes, weight loss solutions, detoxification, increased energy, fat burners, or immune system boosters, Dr. Wade, Love Biome, and the Kingdom Prescription have the tools you need. With her workbooks, DVDs, and guides, you can embark on a journey to better health. For more information, visit our website or give us a call.